Hello, YouTubers. I'm Code the Best Mega Man, and I'm here with you for a rant video with my friend.
Go to Zoom, Spider.
Okay, so this is going to be one in a few part series where I rant about Nintendo's latest line of figurines called Amiibo. So,
Yeah, luxurious.
so to give my friend something to say, because he may not be saying much, but he still will. Coda, explain to my friends who come to watch my videos what Amiibo is.
Well, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't have an amiibo, but an amiibo is a little handmade figurine you can buy, and it's made from a Nintendo character, and it comes with some kind of barcode or something inside of it that you can
NFC,
scan into your games,
NFC chip.
and that's what it has. And for example, in Smash Brothers, you scan it in. You can level it up by fighting it, and you can fight alongside it as it becomes its own AI and evolves and adapts in the game, and it's compatible with many different games.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. It sounds pretty cool, right? Even though some would be able to turn off by it because it's like a Skylander or Disney Infinity figure, they're really fun to use. But, so what could possibly be wrong with this? Nintendo's utter lack of inventory management trying to get these things out. They've done an awful job.
It's mostly the supply and demand.
So, well, I meant supply and demand. You know what I mean. Nearly, I would say 60% of the amiibo total aren't on store shelves. The only ones you can find are Mario, Pikachu, Link, Sheik, basically mainstream Nintendo franchises like Pokemon, Zelda, and Mario, and you're not gonna find much of anything else unless you're very lucky.
Mm.
What do you think?
I think that Nintendo, as you were saying earlier, you said they were supplying well to Europe and Japan, right?
Very yes, yeah.
But they're not supplying well to America. America was one of their largest consumers on the market.
Yep.
So, if they why aren't they meeting the demand of America? They're not. They should be supplying just enough to fill the demand. That's how it should work. Money up the galores for Nintendo, but it seems like they're not. Come on, man. Be nice to the Americans.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a running theory of mine, but if you look at the evidence, I mean, store exclusives, all in North America. Um, uh, Limited quantities in America. No restocks, America. These three factors make American Amiibo rare. And you think, well, I could just get a cheap Japanese import. No, they know you're gonna think like that. They're gonna take your only option and they're gonna make it the same price, if not a little bit more expensive. So
I thought they were
let's
gonna region lock it.
no. You can actually use you can if you get a Japanese amiibo, you can use it in American Wii U. But anyway, let's look at a few of the prices. Marth, $65. Little Mac, $65. Villager, $81. This is unacceptable.
This is just. I'm all for the collecting, especially like with Pokemon things. I was into that when I was younger. I don't collect much now, but I'm all for that. And it's kind of mean when I see fellow gamers getting gypped out of something that they think is cool. It's just, come on, man. We're all gamers and geeks. Give us what we want, and we won't hack you.
Very true. And look, this whole rant video may get bombed just because it's a rant video. Well, look here. When I go to a store and I want a Mega Man amiibo, which Mega Man is one of the lesser rare ones, but still you're gonna be lucky if you find one. Look, I'm entitled to go to a store, want an amiibo, and get one. I'm not entitled to like something and give a store my money because you earn my money by getting something I like. Give me what I want. Don't jip me out of my money. And by the way, next video is going to be on scalpers. That's also a big problem. But Nintendo, back to you. You can't your supply and demand problem is also being caused by these scalpers. The limited quantities that you give us are being bought up by scalpers. And you're doing nothing to control that. Well, thanks.
You're the most perfect company. Let's give a round of applause to Nintendo for actually appreciating their fan base here in America and accepting the fact that we all love them here.
Yeah, Nintendo. I'm not happy with you right now. And this may be petty, but I feel like they've earned the anger from me. For my personal experience trying to get just a few amiibo figures, Nintendo, the $200 I was gonna buy getting a new 3DS from you is going to a Sony product. You're welcome.
What are you getting for Sony?
I don't know. I'll figure something out.
You figure something out. You see, this is the problem, Nintendo. This is the problem. You don't give people what they want, and they'll go to the competitor. Nintendo, it's just you're losing fans. You have to act fast.
You have all the games, you just don't have the customer service to drive your products to getting into their hands.
What happened to having a Nintendo game or a Nintendo whatever being available in all stores, no matter where it was?
Yeah,
Where is that?
exactly.
We never had a problem with this from you, Nintendo.
Until the
Ever.
until the amiibo.
The amiibo, this better not be a warning sign for further things to come. I'm just saying, this hopefully will only be a one-time thing from any Nintendo.
I hope they learn. Because even a few Wii games that you can see that were Japanese exclusive, which everyone liked, are having trouble, like Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, Xenoblade Chronicles, the Metroid Prime trilogy, all $50 online.
Mm-hmm.
You need to fix this. I mean, you've done an okay job, but you really got to get on because people like me are gonna do like you and buy from the other competitor out of rebellion, not because we prefer their products, but just because we want you to feel our pain and our money loss.
So the fans will do things just to spite you, Nintendo. The fans should be doing things to help you and ground you in anywhere. They should be defending you, not insulting you.
If you would have asked me a year ago, I would have said Nintendo's at the top of their game. Now I'm angry at you, and you guys need to earn my respect back. So, do something incredible. Please do so. The year of Nintendo can be this year again, but only if you get your act straight.
Well, the Wii U's been doing much better lately. The only goddamn issue is those freaking amiibos.
Yep. I mean, we have Splatoon, we have Smash Bros, we have Mario Kart. This is your only F up.
And I used to hate the Wii U because of its inferior hardware. It was a baby's toy, to quote Back to the Future 2.
I
It was a baby's toy. That's what I thought it was. It was basically just like a tablet and a console.
should have never made that goddamn time machine.
My brother got one, a Wii U, and I've played a few games on it. And to be honest, it is a wonderful console. It is built more for younger kids, and that's probably why they're doing the figurine collectible thing like the Amiibos. Sometimes there are a lot of 20-year-olds and teenagers who like to collect it too. And it seems like they're trying to provide for the younger kids, but they're not providing for the people who are smart with money, like the scalpers.
Or just the middle-aged people. Or the
Yeah.
scalpers, yeah.
But the scalpers are smart, and they get there before the little kids do, and then they buy up all the market. The little kids ask Mama if they can get it online for a 300% more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
Eh,
want... Oh, this? For $50? Get it in stores, son. But they're all sold out everywhere. Too bad for you.
And then their parents can't get them what they want, and then we have the problem of gamers being... the gamers need things to stay gamers. A kid just doesn't decide one day that they're a gamer. It comes from their favorite things when they're young. Like Amiibo could be something that makes a lot of younger kids be gamers when they're older.
And it advertises your active IPs. Like, oh,
Mhm.
this guy's moveset's cool in Smash. Maybe he's cool in his own game.
You
Eh,
just
they gotta work. They got some work to do, don't they, friend?
a fair bit is laid out in front of them, and then they're big enough to eat everything on their plate. It's just they're cutting off the fat and chucking it over to the side.
They're feeding it to the dog.
It's like the dog. The scalpers is the dog.
Yeah, and they're
And
giving.
all America gets the shit that's put out on the backyard every morning.
Yep, you gotta take it out. You, Monohiro Sakurai, you are officially the man at the table. Are you gonna let your dog crap in the yard, or are you gonna pick it up and throw it away?
I think
And
it's fine for a dog to crap in a backyard. It's just feeding your dog the fat off of your plate. Tisk tisk.
that's gonna be some diarrhea right there.
That's some bad diarrhea. I mean, what does a dog get? He gets dog food, out of the can or from a package. Whatever you feed your dog that you feel is justified, what is made for dogs because it's the nutrients for them.
Gristle's
But
not.
then, why? For some reason, I went to dogs. There's an analogy, but I lost it.
It makes
Just
it makes sense. Go continue.
don't give us the half-baked attempt at trying to fix a problem. You need to take hold of the problem because Nintendo needs to step in and be the all-powerful, mighty Nintendo.
Number one, let's Coda. Let's stop bombing them. Let's think of solutions we can to help them. Okay, I'll start first and then you go. My solution number one for me: get rid of store exclusives. That just makes them rarer because the limited quantities that there already were, which with every new wave, now it's just limited by another fourth because there are four stores: Walmart, GameStop, Toys R Us, and Target. And if you make an exclusive, you're dividing the quantity by four, which makes it unicorn instantly, basically. So no more store exclusives. Coda?
I think if they want to increase the market, why don't they hire teenagers here in America to make the amiibos? They are handmade, right? Find teenagers with artistic talent and have them work on the amiibos. Make them work part-time. They'll make plenty of amiibos, and you can sell them right here in America. You won't even have to pay for the transportation anywhere. They'll be right here. All you have to do is pay to get it shipped around America. That's not a lot of money
So
in
not.
comparison to getting it shipped over the ocean.
Yep. Besides, when they release them, they're gonna get bought off day of.
Yeah, it's inevitable. There are those dudes who wait for 12 hours just so they can scalp them off online.
hmm
Like they set up a little tent outside. As soon as it's released, they bought them all.
And in Nintendo, if you keep releasing them and scalpers keep buying them all, that's money in your hand. And if scalpers keep buying them and the people that are smart wait as you keep releasing them, you get all the money that the scalpers wasted. And if they don't get the money back from the people that were smart, they buy them in the store when the scalpers are broken. That gets rid of the scalpers. That's a big problem, which is gone by you making more money.
Seems like Nintendo, in the comparison of all this on the big scale, Nintendo makes 10%. Taxes are about 5%. And then the other 85% is the scalpers.
Yep.
Why is Nintendo, the makers of this product, only making 10% compared to the 85? Shouldn't they be the ones making the 85?
They should be. But they're making their own supply and demand. By under-releasing figures, they're making rarity within something that it was never supposed to be. And which scalpers can feed on. Like we said, the previous analogy with the dog. If you put too much on the plate of the fans, and now the scalpers are eating all the good stuff, and now we're getting all the fat. The fat is the Mario amiibo, the fat is the Pikachu amiibo, all the ones you always see, that's the fat, and we're eating it. And we're crapping diarrhea.
And the only way for us to get any good food off the plate is if we sit there and beg. For days on end. It's over begging, that's what it is. Overpricing, overpaying. We as Americans shouldn't have to overpay. America has plenty of money. Just ship over plenty of amiibos. We'll buy them all. And everyone will be happy.
And you'll have money, which is
Yes.
obviously what you care about. So, yeah, what were you gonna say?
Well, if they shipped over plenty of amiibos over here and they all got bought up, a huge surge of money goes to Nintendo. What could they do with all that money? They have plenty of money anyway, but they could make more games. They could release new things, like more types of amiibos maybe, or more things to make more money. That's what it's about, right? It's the money-making game. You gotta play it to make more money. And how you make more money? Supply and demand.
If you've got something someone wants to buy, make more. Keep making it.
Supply just enough to fill the demand, and you'll be making the maximum amount of profit you can be making.
And with that profit, you got it in the world. I mean, Nintendo made it. but you could tell they obviously didn't know what they were doing when it came to toys.
No. When it comes to toys, what do? You overproduce them. Then you stop making them. That's how toys are made. Why do you think there's always so many in a store? But as soon as they're gone, what happens?
Yeah, you gotta wait for a restock or get it off Amazon.
Almost immediately, it is overstocked again. Then it's bought up
hmm
over time. That's how the toys work.
That's how the customers figured it. Because the reason Wave Ones are rare are because people thought, well, I don't really like these characters, but they're bound to get re-released because that's how toys work. Now they didn't. Nintendo thought, well, they didn't buy many of them, so why restock them? And that's how we have our problem today.
There are so many crying fans crying out to Nintendo. Just give them what they want.
Make their life easier. So once they get that villager for $10, they can middle finger the scalper that tried to charge them 80.
And don't pull some Mario 2 bullcrap. We all know it wasn't Mario 2 you gave us.
Doki doki panty crap.
Sure you know.
Anyway, I don't have anything else to say on this matter. I'm gonna continue with more Amiibo rants, but is there anything you would like to close off on, friend?
I've got nothing left.
Well, in conclusion, all we have to say is Nintendo, produce more Amiibo figures, no Mario. In fact, I think we're all begging you to stop producing Mario. Get rid of them. But anyway, I've been Code the Best Mega Man with...
Go to Zoom Sweater.
We have brought you the first Amiibo rant, one of hopefully many more, and have a great day.
Have a good one.